Hello everyone and welcome back to another part in the Build With Me series. So one of the things that I do quite often when I'm building is I don't sit and build the whole entire build all in one sitting. And I think what's nice about that is when you come back you realize that you want to make some changes and it's not quite how you want it to look. I like my houses to have a little bit more character than this. It's kind of blah, I think, kind of boring. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can maybe make this different somehow. I'm not exactly sure how yet, but sometimes I just kind of start doing stuff and see where it gets me. Let's go with, we'll just kind of make a bump out like area here. Actually, I do tend to have things that have to be evenly spaced. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Then we're just going to bring this out over here. There we go. We need a base, or not basement, we need foundation. Yeah, that's not going in quite the way. There we go. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in, let's see, let's do the roof part first. I don't know, I was just thinking after I had done this, the house just seemed a little bit too basic. It just didn't have enough for me going on. Why did I do this the way I did? Let's go ahead and make some changes in this as well. We need to get rid of this roof piece. We don't need that. Let's bring this out. You know, it looks like I might have already done, no, that's not floor pan. That's just the roof piece is sticking out. I guess is what that is. Why don't we, let's go ahead and, so we can get rid of some of this stuff over here. Let's get rid of this. And I've already colored some of it black. I'm doing that because I kind of want to make this roof part a little bit different. So let's go ahead and bring it in right there. And then over here, it'll be like that. So that adds a little bit more character happening here in the back. Let's go ahead and let's bring some of this foundation out as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a diagonal. There we go. That'll be a little bit different. And then let's see, this is just kind of how I build. I just start making changes. Little changes like this. And basically what that'll do is just kind of create different things with your house. It gives it a little bit more, I guess you could say, character, or make it look just different, have some interesting stuff about it. Let's go ahead and we can redo this roof piece here. Let's start it here instead. I don't like having extra roof pieces. I don't like just merging a bunch of pieces in together. I don't think that looks right. Go ahead and do that. But a part of me wonders, you know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Our roof has changed completely. Let's go ahead and make one big piece. There we go. This might look a little bit better. And then have that. Okay, in this case we're going to have to take it a little bit back farther just to get the roof. Nope, I guess we want this one. So it has, the piece goes all the way back. There we go. Right here, I didn't like that gap. Here, I'll show you what it was. It was originally, I might have to, here we go. When I put a roof on, for instance like this would bother me, not having that completely filled in. That would bug me. And I do see that in some builds where they just throw a roof on and call it good. But I think the roof is just as important as the rest of the house. It needs to have its own, it needs to look nice too. I'm going to go ahead, I don't always do multiple fireplaces, but I think I'm going to put another, well, that's a roof, another fireplace in right here. And I've been doing here lately just because I like the way it looks. A fireplace that is a little bit different. There we go. As in, I'm not sure how to explain it, to be honest. Let's get rid of this piece so we can add that in, and that is not going to be tall enough. Okay, so that won't work. We're going to need to do a full wall. So let's get rid of that. There we go. This will be another fireplace. It's in the back, but it'll look good. I hope. No, what I was trying to say is I've been doing here lately roofing that, or fireplaces that are bigger on the bottom, but then have like an angle piece right here that we do with the roof. I'm just going to bring this up. I think I would like to have it right. Do I want it right there? Let's do both sides and see what that looks like and decide if I like that. Or will I want it? Yeah, I think it needs to go up. That definitely needs to go up. So we need to kind of place that together. There we go. That looks nice. Okay. I would like that to be the top. The only problem is because, let's go ahead and, your chimneys are based off of your wall height. So it's going to actually go a lot taller than that, and I don't want it taller than that. So we're going to actually take this down in size just because I want to make it a little bit lower, and then we'll put a cap on it, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're just going to simply come in here. Let's see, I don't think we can. Yeah, I'm going to put the cheat on. So bring up your cheat, or your, the cheat menu, which is Control, Shift, and C. You hold that down at the same time, and we're going to type in constrain floor elevation false, or that space false. And this will allow us to change the height. There we go. So we want to take it down 2 sets of stairs because the half wall will take up or take care of the rest, or the rest of the height that we're taking off. So we're just going to take this down. There we go. And now we should be able to get rid of this. There we go. And now we are back to where we were with the half wall. But this time we're going to put the half wall on top because a half wall does not give you any grid lines at all. And because there's no grid lines, we can't really put our chimney in where we want it. So I think height-wise, that looks good. So, like I said, I am like obsessed with this fireplace. Although, depending on where this is, we may not actually have a fireplace over here. And let's see. What you need for smoke is this top piece. So we need to put move objects on. So bring up your cheat window again and type in move objects space on, and now we can remove this piece here that we don't want. And now because we lowered the grid line, we can now put this down lower. Now if you put it right where it snaps, it will poke through, which is a glitch of the game. Imagine that. It'll glitch out right there and poke through. So you're going to have to hold down Control, or I'm sorry, Alt. Hold down Alt, and you can move it freely on the grid line. You see, you can move it freely on the grid line, And you're going to want to position that as much center as possible. That way it doesn't pop through on any side like that. So there we go. So there's that, which I think will give it a little bit more character, because I plan on putting some type of park-like thing through the center. So this will make a nice back portion. I think it'll make it look pretty nice. But because we did that, we lost some of our decking here, or our deck that we're going to have. So why don't we go ahead and just continue this out just a little bit, because I don't want to take up all the backyard. There we go. And just make a little bit of something different happening right there. So that's a little bit different for the back view. I mean, the side has its own character. We have a little bit going on here on the left, or on that side. Now let's go ahead and make this front look a little bit different. Let's go ahead and put this out, and then I think if I do one more here, so then when we add, like I said, just add stuff, just, if you think something looks a little plain and needs a little something to it, just start adding stuff. It doesn't have to be, just add. Don't worry about how it looks exactly, because by the time you get done, it might look better than you thought. Now I think about it, let me use this one. No, that one didn't work. I hate trying to choose between a tall gable roof and a gable roof. I can never figure out which one I actually want. So we're going to go right there, I think, because I don't want it to poke through. I might have to lower it. Yeah, we'll go right there, and then we'll put this in right there. And because it was the same side, or stopped at the same side here, let me bring it down. Since the walls connected right here, that allowed us to do this type of design where the roof will then connect, while over here the roofing is, they do not connect, if that makes sense. Trying to explain what I'm doing while I'm building is actually not that easy. So we're going to go ahead and lower this down, because I don't want that to poke through in the back. And I went in the roof tool and clicked on the roof section pitch control, and this will allow me to move individual roofs and change them how I like. So that makes it look a little bit different. It has a little bit more character happening here in the front. So now we're just going to take kind of a little bit of a look at it. So that gives a little bit more character, a little bit more change. We could probably create fake dormers, and you're probably wondering, well, how do you create fake dormers? We don't exactly have ones you can just position like in Sims 4. You can just kind of stick them in there, but you can create your own, again, by using the constrained floor elevation sheet. So why don't we go ahead and put it right here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then let's go ahead, and we need to put a roof on it, because I think I still have that sheet on. I don't think I ever took it off. Sometimes I forget to take it off, and then that kind of bites me in the rear later, because now I have the problem of I keep changing where everything is. I keep messing with my flooring by accident. Now, if you lower this much more than the 4 steps, you may not be able to find a window to go in the height, in it. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this floor and take a look at what we have. So that's a small dormer. It's not going to, we're not going to have an attic. The house just isn't tall enough. And as you can see, we have this little bit of a gap here, and we all know how I absolutely hate that. So we're going to make this, the tall gable roof wasn't going to work, because I think if we went, yeah, it flips on you. So we're going to go ahead and do the regular gable, and we're going to bring this over. Let's just see if this will work. If we lower it, no, it's still poking through over there, so I don't like it. So we're going to go ahead and do this where it just goes over one square. And we're going to grab the roof section pitch control again, and we're going to bring it down. just so it does not have a gap. Because you wouldn't normally have a gap there. So there we go. And that just kind of adds another, like a dormer. So now we've done that, I think what would look best, honestly, is 2 dormers. So instead of having one in the center, we need, no, we don't need to. Okay, there we go. We will need to lower this before we continue. I'm going to put one on each side. Why? I have no grid lines. Okay. Where do we want to actually put it? I think I want to put that over one more actually. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that roof. We'll put it over right here. We already have our height, so I don't want to lose it. I don't want it to do all that again. So that's why I'm trying to move them without actually having to redo the whole thing. So will that look okay? Or should I go over one more? I'm not sure how I want to do this. Okay. Sometimes I have to think about it. I don't know what it is I want to do. Let's go ahead and flatten. There we go. Get this flattened. And sometimes what I'll do, because I'm unsure on how I want this to look, and I'll grab a window and just see what windows can I put in. This should be, those should be okay. We might have to do something with our roof just a little bit so they don't poke through the top. But those, whoops, those will actually work. Okay. But what about if I were to do 2 squares wide? Where's that one window? Does this fit in there? It does, but it's a little bit too long or tall. Let's see, what about this one? Nope, those are too high. Usually your best bet is usually that first one that I had. Let's try this one. Where's that? Nope, that one's too tall. That one. That one actually sits a little bit lower. So why don't we do that? And what we're going to do is we're going to enclose these in to help get rid of the roof issue that we have happening. Hopefully, that way when you're looking in the windows, you don't see a roof. That's what I'm trying to avoid. There we go. Let's lower this back down. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove some of the wall, but I'm going to take this cheat off because I don't want to mess it up. So, I was trying to think which cheat I did last, but I didn't use this one last. Normally, if you'd pick the last one you did, and see, I do this so fast, I don't even know how I do it. I can't remember. I was going to show you another cheat, but I can't remember what it was. You push a button when you bring it in, and it'll give you the last cheat that you did, but I can't remember what button it is. I do it so quickly when I'm just building that I can't remember. I'll have to think about it or try it and do some testing, and I'll try to let you know in the next part. So anyway, we want to get rid of the constrained floor elevation cheat. So we're going to type that in. Constrained floor elevation space false. Oh, I misspelled. Constrained floor elevation true. There we go. Alright, because I don't want to mess anything up, because I am done with that now. So we'll go ahead and get rid of these roof pieces happening here. And let's go ahead. Sometimes this does not look good. So you just got to try things and just see what it looks like. This might look positively awful. Especially since I got to lower that so much. I don't know. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to look good. Let's kind of go farther back and just take a look. I thought maybe dormers would look nice, but now I'm thinking they kind of look stupid. I don't like them. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to hit Control Z until everything undoes. Yeah, undoes? Is that a word? Gets undone. Maybe that's proper English, undone. Maybe that. There we go. So everything is now undone. And I think, you know, I think that's probably good enough when it comes to giving this house a little bit of extra oomph, a little extra look. So let's go ahead and get the painting part, or the, let's go ahead and get the wallpapers painted. So that means we gotta rechange everything. Go ahead and put this in. There we go. Some of them have to be redone. I just want siding on here is all I want. I don't want, oops, I don't want that. That's the wrong piece. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's come over here. And we're going to switch that over. I think that might look better. There we go. Actually, no. How do we want that to look? Let's just go ahead and put that there, and we'll do a solid piece there. That way it matches this down here. Your centerpiece matches. There we go. We'll just try to do the same thing we did before. So there we go. Go ahead and change that. There we go. And then we can get these pieces in. I don't know how much more accent of the brick I'm going to do. I'll probably do it on the chimney for sure. Other than that, I'm not sure if I'm going to put it anywhere else. Okay. So let's come over here. And let's pick up this brick here. And color it. Just go ahead and have it recolor the whole thing here. There we go. There we go. I just don't know if I want this part to be also. I think I want it to be siding. Let's just go ahead and make it siding. There we go. Oh, and if you're wondering what I'm clicking on to copy, it's E. Just press the letter E. I completely forgot to tell you. Just press the letter E and it'll turn into this eyedropper tool. And if you're wondering on some of the cheats, if you just hover over, like hover over the hand tool, the H will be it. If you come over here, it'll say create a style -R. So R will be your keyboard key, the sledgehammer -K. So it gives you the letters that it is to help out. And that's kind of how I learned them, was because I just seen them and thought, why don't we give it a try? Start hitting those shortcut keys, because we all know I like shortcut keys. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of copy this over. Copy this over here. Put that right there. We're going to want one without a border for those pieces. Let's go with, go ahead and put that there, and then we're going to put one there. That way it has another corner piece in, and we're going to get rid of those. So whenever you change the roofing, sometimes it brings a different pattern in. It's not always the pattern you want. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and copy this onto here. We probably should make that like a brick patio. I mean, you don't normally see, I mean, it's new. I have seen them coming in the stores where you can make like a raised deck. I mean, it looks expensive, but like a really high deck, and you can have brick on it or pavers. It looks pretty neat. So I think that is probably going to be it for this part. Our house now has more character, and because of so, we now have more, we have more space. Our house is bigger. So let's just go ahead real quick because I really don't like these things. I think they look awful and unclean and I just don't like looking at them, so I'm going to get rid of them. And all I'm in is, I clicked on the create a wall, and if you hold control on your keyboard, you hold it down, you can then delete the pieces you don't want. So if I hold down control and then drag, that gets rid of it. Now get rid of any of the wall pieces, including these ones down here that we put in. It'll get rid of any wall pieces, including the pieces that are in from the roof. So let's just go ahead and get rid of it. So now we have more square footage in this house. The upstairs is a little bit bigger. I was kind of questioning on whether or not it was going to be a very big house. So let's go ahead and just get rid of all this because we don't want it. Oops, I'm not sure what I just got rid of. There we go. If you're unsure what you clicked on, just hit Control Z to undo. There we go. And put that in. Let's go ahead and put in the black over our new addition portion pieces here. There we go. Awesome. Okay, and let's go ahead and color real quick here at the end. Color those in. There we go. As long as you have a pattern on the other side of your roof pieces, it shouldn't color all of it. There we go. Fill this in. There we go. I think that's all of them that need to be filled in. Looks like we have another wall we need to get rid of here. So let's just go ahead and get rid of it. Whoops. Undo. Get rid of this flooring here. You can also drag and it'll get rid of a section. That works too. I do probably know majority of the tricks when it comes to building. I just sometimes don't use them. Let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of this. I don't like to see all that. Let's go ahead and fill in this area, our new stuff that we added. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I don't know what we're going to do with this little goofy cubby area over there. That is definitely interesting. But you know, that creates kind of an interesting floor plan when you do stuff like that. So, okay. I think that takes care of. Looks like I missed. So we'll fill that in. I want to fill this in. There we go. Yes, there we go. I think that looks a lot better. Yes, definitely. Now that it's all colored and stuff. Gives a house more character for sure. And sometimes when you just exit the game and you leave for a day or two and then come back, it will, you could have a new idea. So now that's how the house has changed. I think that's the way I'm going to leave it. I probably won't do any more adjustments. But if you have any suggestions or maybe you have an idea that I didn't think of to put in this house, go ahead and leave them below. And I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye.